First. What's up, everybody? Forgot to unmute the mic there. That was a good start. Great start. Great start.
Jesus
All right.
Christ.
What's up, guys? Welcome here to NASCAR Live. Rocking with Dave, who's always moving his face around his camera. Can't ever fit this man's face in a box. What's going on? We are rocking here with the Quaker State 400, which remind everybody real quick, Dave, when is the lock?
It's tentatively right now. It's at 2:50, but there's rain in Kentucky today. I'm gonna guess this turns into a night race tonight. I think it's supposed to get better a little bit later on, in the evening. If not, it'll be tomorrow. So no, please, no whining and crying in Discord about wait a minute, it's postponed.
No whining and crying, guys.
Oh my God, because
the race will happen. The race will happen eventually.
Relax. But yeah, I mean, right now it's 2:50. If they see a rain delay, DraftKings has been known to push lock later and later and later, and it helps them fill up contests too. So it's a win-win for DraftKings. But right now it's 2:50.
2:50. Right now we're at 12:07 p.m.
Eastern Standard Time.
That'll give you roughly 2 hours to rewind, watch any part of this live stream again. So if you're like, wait, what did he say about this DraftKings cash play? What did he say about this Monkey Knife Fight play? You can rewind, fast forward, all that jazz as much as you want to. Make sure that you get your questions in the live stream chat. We do these streams live, so you can ask the questions live and get them answered live by the Dave Goat of NASCAR. Those aren't sunglasses. These are actually my new computer glasses. I just realized I had them on when I started. I was like, I'm not going to take them off.
Just saw Chad saw something in Discord, so I was like, I don't see your face ever on this thing. So
I got pretty bad eye problems when it comes to blue light spectrum stuff. So I got to wear these half the time. I realize, they're on, and you got to deal with it. So if this is your first time checking out NASCAR Live, make sure you subscribe to this channel. If you haven't yet, this YouTube channel you're watching right now, we stream NASCAR Live every Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern Time as long as there is a Sunday race. Moving forward to the next bit, if you want all of the premium content and the also free content that we have for NASCAR, all you got to do is go to our website, which is self-explanatory, dfskarma.com. I'm going to pull it up real quick here right for you. This is what the live look of the website is. You go to dfskarma.com, you're actually going to see the NASCAR Final Thoughts featured here at the top, which is more of a cheat sheet. The Dave's Drivers to Watch here on the left side, that's his written article format. Now, if there's tons of articles that come out, and you're like, okay, well, where's the NASCAR Final Thoughts? Where's all these NASCAR articles at? It's very simple. Go to the top drop-down menu, NASCAR, click on NASCAR articles. Now, if you want the exact core plays that Dave is playing along with all of our other premium members of DFS Karma and Karma Nation, whether they're the MVP subs or the NASCAR weekly subs, it's very simple. Just click on subscriptions right here in the top left. You click on subscriptions, and you see right here, boom, right there, MVP includes every single sport that we offer premium core plays for right here in this package. But if you're solely focusing on getting NASCAR, right here on the right side, NASCAR core plays and props, literally in $10 a week. And that is not just for Sunday races. That also includes all of our core plays and props for Xfinity races and trucks as well, which is literally like, I don't know, 20 races a week, I feel like, is the average right now.
That's probably killer, man.
Dave has no sleep.
I'm ready for November. Let's put it that way.
Hashtag
I'm ready for the season to be over.
All right, but that is the premium stuff there. And this, like I said, if this is your first time tuning in to our NASCAR live stream, this is the format of how it works. So first off, we talk about the fantasy DFS side, focusing on DraftKings salary. Go through the top tier, mid tier, and low tier salary. His favorite cash play, his favorite GPP play for each of those. We're gonna go then over to monkeyknifefight.online, one of our premium partners, where they give you different drivers with certain values of certain fantasy points. And you just have to guess if they're gonna get over or under those numbers. So make sure you have monkeyknifefight.online pulled up. If you haven't created an account yet, sign up. monkeyknifefight.online. Use promo code KARMA, get that free $50. When you deposit. And then also after that, PrizePicks.online, have that pulled up. I say have these things pulled up because as soon as Dave says something on this live stream, oh, play this play, do this play, plug it in, and everyone on Karma Nation jumps on it, the lines are going to move instantaneously. These players or these drivers may even be removed completely just because we're going so heavy on one direction. So get those plays in ASAP. And then the last final portion of the live stream, we are going to talk about his favorite drivers to bet on, the drivers he thinks are going to win the race. And that's that. So let's get started with the strategy portion of the Quaker State 400. What kind of race is this, and how are we attacking it from a strategy perspective?
It's a boring race. That's what it is.
Boring race. All right, stream's over, everybody.
Yeah, well,
This race sucks.
It's a boring race, but I think this is a good race for DFS, especially with the Truex news. I actually like that Truex got moved to the back because it's gonna make people make a judgment call on Truex, and I've got my own opinion on it. I'll get to it when we get to the mid tier. But yeah, I mean, typically when you're looking at the track history here, this track's been running cut for just about a decade. And most of the time, you see about 2 to 3 dominators is the way to go here. There's not a lot of accidents. So those back marker guys, basically, you can just get rid of them in both DraftKings and FanDuel. I don't think you need to have any exposure to them. Like we saw, we had 2 Xfinity races and a truck race. You saw, the clean air was the key for the leader, and it was hard to pass. So that you got to take that into play today. There's some place differential guys that you're going to play. So it's about mixing in those dominators with place differential. It's that kind of race today. 1.5 miles. So 1.5 miles tend to be kind of boring, but a little more predictable.
And I promise you guys, before we went live, I did properly put Dave's face in the center of the box. But like I said, he moves around like a crazy person. You stay right there.
There?
Posture. There you go. Perfect posture. So let's go ahead and go through some questions real quick before we get to your favorite top tier cash play. JPiz, Truex, good still if he goes to the back. We just talked about Truex. Truex Jr. and Kenneth to the back still means they are good picks, question mark.
Let's address that in the mid tier.
All right, let's see.
Any Truex questions, we'll get to that.
All right, Stanley says Rainey or Chase Elliott for GPP.
Blaney or Chase Elliott?
He said Rainey with an R. I'm assuming he meant Blaney.
Yeah, Blaney or Chase Elliott for what?
GPP. I don't know what site. Stanley, I'm assuming, let's just say DraftKings.
I'm always going to assume DraftKings unless someone says FanDuel. So let's put that way. From now on, if you guys don't say anything, don't blame me. Don't blame me if you're asking for FanDuel, and I'm just going to assume DraftKings. For that one, probably Blaney.
All right. Steve says no rest for the GOAT. Melissa, fence looks great. How is your bathroom Reno going?
It's actually almost done. If you want, I'll take the computer. I'll show you guys my bathroom.
We don't got time for that.
I actually finished it up basically yesterday. Put the mirror up, and so I got a new shower, new floor. I sent you a picture, Travis, of my shower. So, but not me in the shower though, guys.
That sounded very weird. I was gonna move on from that. That sounds
up.
Weird. Moving on. Everyone, chat says everyone pay attention. Truex news, so we get the answer now, not later 10 times. OS says thoughts on Chris Bell on FanDuel at 9K.
I think it's a great play on FanDuel.
Let's see. People's Champ with the 35K screenshot last week. Would you play Kyle in a GPP?
Yes.
Simple enough. EA says Blueberry. Red Bull is the real GOAT.
Oh yeah, I love this stuff, man. It's like it's the best Red Bull flavor out there.
All right, moving on. All right. Keep those questions coming in, though. Keep those questions coming in. We'll get to them one at a time. But let's move on to the DFS portion of this. Your favorite top-tier cash play for this race.
Oh, God. Everyone's going to freak out when I say Kyle Busch, but it's Kyle Busch today. He starts on the pole. If you read my article, you saw that the pole sitter is just is guaranteed to lead a bunch of laps here. I know we got competition caution. Still believe Kyle Busch ends up still staying on the lead. He's got great track history here. Everything points that Kyle Busch is going to be a good play today, other than the fact if you look at he's kind of struggled without practice here. But I tend to lean a little more on Kyle on tracks. He has good track history because he's got good notes. They were in the same package as they were last year on this track. If you look at Bristol, he did good there. And Kyle's gonna get ownership. I think he's gonna be pretty popular in cash, just because there's really you can fit a couple dominators in there, and Kyle's just one of those he's probably gonna lead about 40-50 laps at least. and get me some Dom points. So I like Kyle as a lock in cash.
Ryder, we'll get to that question towards the end when we talk about the betting stuff. But he just mentioned Lock and Bowman winning this race. We'll touch on that in a little bit. Let's move
They
on
always
to
like Bowman. He's, whatever. Anyways.
GPP top tier range.
Yeah, the GPP top tier range. I'm gonna go to Ryan Blaney. That's why I was. That's why when that question was asked about Chase and Ryan, I think Chase you could almost look at as a cash play. And I think he'll have more ownership than Blaney. But Blaney's shown some good green flag speed most of the season, especially at like a track like Vegas and stuff like that, where we can kind of look, as a comparable. Blaney, he's just kind of he was on a good streak there, first, second, third, and fourth, something like that, in 4 races, and then ran some issues last week and week 4. So I've always liked Blaney. I like Blaney this season in general. I think he's got a good chance to maybe even win this race. He starts 11th, so there's some place differential upside as well. Plus, he's got the Dom upside. So all around, I think Ryan Blaney is a really good. I wrote him up in my article too. So Ryan Blaney all around, I think, is a good GPP play.
Now, before we move to the mid-tier range, I do want to mention while I have all you guys tuning in, there are 2 major pieces of news dropping this week in regards to DFS Karma. We have 2 insanely massive new partners coming in. Not going to drop any knowledge bombs yet, but by this time on this stream next week, you'll know all about it.
Good,
and
I forgot.
You forgot about our...
I totally forgot.
Yeah, we got two massive things. I'm talking about like some of the biggest news that Karma's ever had dropping later this week. So make sure that you keep your peepers popped in our Discord channel for that, and also on the social media networks if you're not in Discord. If you're not in Discord, I don't know what you're doing. It's just go to chatdfs.com. It's free. Chatdfs.com. You can get in our free NASCAR channel, talk with the rest of the community on what you're thinking about for this one. Of course, if you want the premium NASCAR channel in Discord, you got to sign up for the NASCAR Core Plays or be an MVP sub. Osvaldo, what's up, man? He says top play GPP FanDuel.
Gosh, in like just top overall play, or I mean, give me like a range or something.
All right, Osvaldo. Yeah, give the man a range. Top tier, mid tier, low tier. What kind of salary range are we talking about for your top play overall?
Right. Yeah. Because there's a bunch of different plays you could play over there.
Let's go to the mid tier range. Favorite cash play.
It was gonna be Martin Truex Jr. I personally don't see an issue with Truex today. I'll say Eric Jones is gonna be my cash lock today, just because I can see why people would get scared of Truex and jump to someone else. Truex is only 9,200, so it's not like he's like the top, in the top tier here of drivers. But Eric Jones, I know he's burned us a few times. He's also won us a bunch of money like he did in Bristol. He's got great track history here. Like I said, that's what I've kind of used this season is track history and comparables and green flag speed, stuff like that. With no practice, no qualifying, we're kind of limited on the intel that we're able to use. And I think Eric Jones starting 16th, he's got some place differential upside. I think he's got top 10 finish capability, maybe even higher. And I think Jones will probably be somewhat popular today, somewhat popular play in cash. So it's just lock in Eric Jones. But like I said, if you want to play Martin Truex, I realize he's getting moved to the back. He's going to be scored from the 9th position. There's strategy to be played out here. And especially if this race gets moved into the nighttime, we all know how Truex performs at night, and especially races that go from day to night. I wouldn't count Truex out, so don't let the whole getting moved to the back thing scare you. It'll hurt him originally, but at his price, I'd like to see him get some Dom points, and he still might get Dom points when he gets through the field. He's going to be all right. There's my Truex.
I'm going to comment on your day versus night thing here in a second. Osvaldo does not give a salary. He just says your top overall lock. What's your top overall GPP play on FanDuel? Osvaldo, you got to give us something. Give us something to work with. OS says
Ryan
thoughts on
Blaney.
Austin
There you go. There's
Blaney.
so many.
Boom.
I'm not gonna. You got to give me something. I got to.
Uh, OS says your thoughts on Austin Dillon for DKGPP.
Let's wait till we get to the bottom tier.
Hold your horses, OS. So here's a question. Who were we just talking about with Dave versus Knight? We're talking about
Martin Truex.
Truex. Do you know what color his eyes are?
No.
So this is something I was talking about the other day with my wife when I was talking about. Do you remember? I don't know if you're a baseball guy. You remember Josh Hamilton?
Yeah.
He doesn't play anymore. So Josh Hamilton had very, very light blue eyes. Has nothing to do with NASCAR. This is why I ask. And his stats during day games and night games were so crazy variant, or just not variant, but they varied between night games and day games, where they did like some study, or he looked into it, and they found a study where the pigmentation of the color of your eyes is how well you can track the ball, if there's sunlight or if it's darkness. So if someone's driving a lot better at night versus the daytime, it may have something to do with that same study of his color of pigmentation of eyes. That's why I was just bringing it up. But it probably doesn't make any sense to anybody listening right now. I don't know. Does it make sense to you? Do you know what I'm saying?
What were you saying?
He's got light blue eyes, and so if he has light blue eyes like Josh Hamilton did, maybe there's something better with he can.
Why don't
you
you stare into Martin Truex's eyes and you tell me what colors
Oh my gosh!
they are?
Oh my gosh! I hate you. There may be something there. I'm gonna look into it. It could be something.
You
there.
do that
because that's another strategy on searching for NASCAR plays. Boom! Okay. Look at this. Look at this.
NASCAR
mini goat right here. NASCAR mini goat. Osvaldo says, "Okay, fine. Mid-tier top play on FanDuel. Mid-tier top play."
There you go. I'm not. You're asking me to pick out of 40 drivers. Well, my top GPP play. I mean, come on. You gotta at least give me like a range. Jeez. Mid-tier GPP play. I like Kurt Busch on FanDuel.
EA says, "You guys, can we get an eye color analysis added to Final Thoughts, please, Dave?"
Yeah. No.
No, but in baseball, that was definitely a study.
Travis can do that along with his punt plays for golf.
My punt plays for golf. Man, I got second place like 2 weeks ago and nobody cared. I got a 1.7% own guy get second place like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Nobody cares, man. You know how hard it is to do that? It's extremely hard. Nobody else did that in the entire industry. Moving on to your favorite GPP mid-tier play.
Favorite GPP mid-tier play. Same thing with the FanDuel. That's why I kind of let it in there when he said mid-tier. I'm going to go Kurt Busch on FanDuel. I'm going to go Kurt Busch on DK as well. He's got good track history here. If you remember last year, and obviously, last year it was, this race is typically on Saturday night, so it's a little different. But if the weather prevails like it's supposed to, it might be a Sunday night race. So Kurt Busch has won last year, beating his brother. It was actually a really cool finish. He's led laps here in the last 2 races. He's been faster. He's had the speed here. He's been decent this season. I just like he's not a cash play. Definitely not a cash play. He starts too high up. So I think his ownership will kind of be a little lower as well. But I like the upside that Kurt Busch brings for tournaments, especially as a low-owned option.
OS says, what are your thoughts on Kevin Harvick DK GPP?
I'm fine with it. Honestly, out of everyone in that top tier, Harvick's probably my least favorite. But I mean, depending on how many lineups you're making, if you're only making like 2 or 3, I'd probably leave him out, go somewhere else. But you're making a few more than that, I don't mind Harvick.
All right, let's move on to the cheapo side of things. Your favorite cheap cash play, and also how cheap, even if that's not the cheapest, how cheap are you going on cash?
Yeah.
Or would you go?
In cash? Or just in general?
Cheap cash.
All right, I gotta look at DK real quick again. Lowest I'd go is probably like 5,700. That's the lowest I'd go for cash.
But your favorite cheapo cash play?
Favorite cheapo cash play though is Ryan Newman. He's underpriced this week. He has great track history. He's got like a top 15 car every week anyways, and starts 23rd. That's why sometimes the pricing with DK, they wait till this draw is done. They always price off Christopher Bell like all the way up to whatever, because for some reason Bell, he's got a chance to like start like 26th or 25th, and he's always like in the 30s. So, but then they got guys like Custer and Newman, and it's just that they're so underpriced. It's just like, well, what are you doing here? You're making it. You're not being cohesive with all your value plays. If you're gonna do that, do it with everyone, or don't do it with anyone and make people have to choose. Um, but anyways, so Ryan Newman, like I said, starts 23rd, got great upside, great place differential upside. He's really cheap. He's going to be popular. Probably go other than maybe Kyle Busch, might be the most popular driver on the slate. Yeah, so Ryan Newman.
Mine 2K says thoughts on Keselowski DKGPP.
Yeah, I'm fine with Keselowski. I wrote him up in final thoughts. He's got 3 victories here. He's gonna need dominator points starting 6. But he's got late race, I think later race potential to dominate this race, and I don't mind Brad in the GPP.
Da, 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 da. People's Champ, is there 1 or 2 top or mid drivers that you'd stay away from in GPPs?
And the top, I mean, it depends on how many laps you're making. The top, I'm gonna probably play because I'm gonna probably do a max entry tournament today, so I'm probably playing everyone in that top tier. But I'd probably stay away from Alex Bowman because I don't in that mid tier range. He's not got great check history here. I feel like he's just kind of been a little underwhelming lately. And I just don't see it. And starting 5th, he's going to need Dom points, and I don't see it coming from him today. So I'm probably going to avoid Alex Bowman today.
OS, thoughts on Denny DK GPP?
Yeah, I like Denny. I like Denny Hamlin. And honestly, if you want to go Denny over Martin Truex, it's a little bit of a price difference. When I say a little bit, I mean like 1.7K. And trying to fit in more place differential, I'm fine with that. Go ahead. But Denny's fine.
Right. Ryder just goes, he's like, I'm logging off YouTube. I won't take this Bowman slander.
See ya. I know who you
Bye.
are, so.
Deshaun, thoughts on Byron?
I like Byron's place differential upside today. Starts 21st. He was great last week until he blew a tire. But he's always like right around the top 10. So, he's a safer play. Like I said, if you want to go in the place differential route for cash, I don't mind that. It makes sense, but I'm probably gonna go a little more riskier in cash today because why not? It's Sunday fun day, and I pretty much can't play anything. I'm gonna be doing content, but that's about the only thing I can do for the next week, and I'm in Arizona, so I'm gonna go a little heavier today, have fun. So
Sarugi was asking about Truex, even though he moved to the back. If you want to rewind after this live stream's over with, you'll see the whole spiel that Dave said about Truex. But if you want to do a quick recap on your thoughts,
yeah, Truex, if he was in the top tier range of price, I probably wouldn't be playing him as much. I'd probably be lowering my ownership on Truex today. At 9,200, he's still in play in my eyes because, yeah, he drops to the back, but he's gonna be in the top 20 by the time the competition caution comes. And if he pits at the competition caution, then he'll be there. If not, he'll be in the top 5. So I just think there's still upside there for Truex, and I'm not really overly concerned about this, especially at his price. And his track history just shows that Truex is good at Kentucky, and he's good at mile and a half, and he's good at tracks that will go into night, especially if we get rain. So, like I said, Truex, I hope it scares some people off. Let's put it that way. I hope it scares people off, and I hope they pivot off because I'm probably sticking with Truex.
That wasn't a quick recap.
I know, but I just want to go over it because I know I'm going to still get these questions in Discord. So I want to be like, I'm going over.
We're going to timestamp this. 30 minutes and 20 seconds. Go to the 30-minute, 20-second mark.
So that's what I'm going to say from here on out. That way I can answer. Because I'm cleaning up my garage after I get done with this. So
go to the 30-minute mark of the stream replay. OS says, would you play Jones, Reddick, and Byron in the same DK GPP lineup?
Jones, Reddick, and Byron. Yeah, I'm fine with it. It's all mid-tier pricing, so you're probably looking at a one dominator lineup though. So it's a little iffy. It depends on who you're gonna punt with, but I mean I don't mind it.
All right, let's move things on to the Monkey Knife Fight portion. Remember, have this
How
pulled
about
up on your
the
phone. We already did the GPP cheapo. I
No, we
swore
didn't.
we already did it.
No, we
See,
didn't.
you're so busy with remodeling the house, you completely forgot that you've
No.
already done the
All
GPP.
right,
But
who
go
was
ahead
my
and remind people.
hold on. Who was my GP?
Go ahead and remind people,
No,
Dave.
no. You tell me.
Who
You tell
was
me
your
who my,
DK GPP
who,
cheapo?
No, tell me.
Just in
Travis,
case they forgot about it, like Dave did himself.
Oh yeah. Who was it?
Remind,
who was it, Travis?
remind the crowd, Dave.
Exactly. You don't know who it
Remind
was
the
because we didn't
crowd.
do it.
We did it already.
Who was it?
Go ahead, remind everybody,
No,
Dave.
who was it? You tell me.
Who was your DK GPP?
Yeah, you don't know who it was. Austin Dillon. I'm going.
It was Austin Dillon.
Yeah, there you go. See,
it was Austin Dillon. We already talked about that because we already had a question about Austin Dillon. You said save it for the cheapo.
Yeah, so you want me to? Okay, fine. That's my analysis.
So Dave, remind everybody what you said about Austin Dillon. Remind
No,
everybody.
No,
what did you say about Austin Dillon? I don't
talk
need to remind him.
We'll talk
Go
about
ahead.
it when we get to the low tier or the bottom tier GPP play. That's what I said about him. Anyways, Austin Dillon. Austin's, honestly, that whole RCR team's actually been impressive this season so far, and Austin's impressed me as well. He's definitely been a fixture inside that top 15 as long as he stays out of trouble. Starts 19th. I think he'll probably get a little lower ownership today, but if you look at the season and you apply it to today, I think you get Austin Dillon. And I think he does pretty decent for you today. Now we go to Monkey Knife Fight.
Let's see here. Everybody's cracking up over that. So yeah, Monkey Knife Fight. Make sure you have this pulled up. Like I can't overstress the fact that as soon as Dave says something, everybody in Carmination is going to throw this play in Monkey Knife Fight.
Especially since
it's not only going to
so
change.
busy and I haven't even moved anything yet.
Yeah, it's not only going to change the numbers and the lines on Monkey Knife Fight, but it's also going to possibly remove the play altogether while they try to recalculate how they're going to recover from Dave taking down all of the other Monkey Knife Fight plays today as well. So that being said, go to monkeyknifefight.online right now if you haven't already. Log in. If you don't have an account, create an account. Use Karma as your promo code. Get that free $50 for signing up. I'm pulling up right now. Boom. You see it on the screen. What are we playing? Are we going to the 3-4 rapid fire again?
No, we're going on the more or less 3 or 4. And I'm going to post this in Discord too right now. So that way they get it about 5 seconds before I give it on here.
All right. So this is what we're looking at here. We got Harvick, Busch, Hamlin, and Elliott. And 3-4, if you guys are very, very new to Monkey Knife Fight, 3-4, of course, means that if one of them miss, so if we try to guess over more or less on one of them and they do the opposite, as long as only one of them miss, we still make the money, which I believe is a 2.5x multiplier. So if we get at least 3 or 4 of these right, we get a 2.5x ROI. So what are we doing for these 4 here?
All right. So on this, we are doing, hold on.
Snorefest.
Yeah, no, right. We're doing Kevin Harvick under. We're doing Kyle Busch more. We're doing Denny Hamlin less and Chase Elliott more. That's a 3 of 4.
So you put $50 on this play on monkeyknifefight.online, turn 50 into 125 because it is that 2.5x. And if one of them miss, one of them does more or less or whatever the opposite of what we just said is, it's okay. As long as one misses and not 2, we still get the $125 there. So plug that in on monkeyknifefight.online right now and do it like literally ASAP because it's going to change. I'm sure by the time we wrap this live stream up, it's gone. Now let's move things over here to prizepicks.online. Very similar, except they don't give you the 4 people you have to play on 3 4s. They don't give you the 2 2s. You can mix and match all kinds of stuff. And you can also mix and match between different sports. So let's say, for example, one of our soccer guys says, I really like, Jamie Vardy over 5.5. Then you can plug that in with these plays. You can mix and match between different sports. Really neat feature here. But let's just focus on NASCAR only for this portion. Who are we looking at?
Okay. So I'm going to do 3 drivers here. And we are looking at Ryan Newman over 25.5. Kurt Busch over 30.5. And Alex Bowman under 31.5.
All right. So Bowman, Bush, Newman.
Yes, sir.
All right. And then, wait, I missed it. I missed the part. Are they all under?
No, Bowman's under. Bush and Newman are over.
Gotcha. So this is what it looks like here.
Kurt Busch, not Kyle Busch. I don't know if you.
So we got Bowman under 31.5, Bush over 30.5, and Newman over 25.5. And as always, we always hit the flex play on NASCAR plays because anything can happen. Drivers can wreck and out of the blue or get wrecked, or you don't want to have that risk. So reduce the risk by getting the flex play, which means if one of these miss, you still win money. You see here it says flex play. If all three of them hit, it's a 2.25x multiplier. If one of them misses, you still make a profit, 1.25x. If you want to get crazy, you can play the power play. It will be a 5x. So you do kind of get double the wins if all three hit, but it reduces the risk, and you still get a profit if one of them misses by doing the flex play. This is prizepicks.online. If you don't have an account yet, use promo code KARMA. You get up to a $1,000 deposit bonus. It's a 25% match. But that is our prop portion of this. If you have any questions, hit us up in Discord. Let's move on to the final portion of this. Let's see if we have any questions here. One more on the DFS side. OS says, would you play Nemechek 5300 DK GPP?
Yeah, I don't mind that. I think he's more of a GPP play. It's definitely not a cash play. Just starts too high up, and I don't think his upside's there. So.
Simple enough. Mm-hmm. Who is going to win this race? Who are you betting on to win this race, and what are their odds?
All right, so we'll do the not in the top five, or we'll do the top five here. Because I think if any race happens to be the race Kyle Busch wins, hopefully it's today. He's 5-1, so Kyle Busch. And then let's see. God, the one day I don't go to Ryan Blaney. I'm gonna get burned and he's gonna win it. So like he did in Talladega. But Ryan Blaney 12-1.
And then the furthest odds
from
the favorite that has an outside chance to win, if everything goes right.
Everything goes right. I think Eric Jones 25-1.
Boom. Lock it in. Now, if you, depending on what state you live in, go to betkarma.com, click on where to bet, and then just select which state you live in, and it'll show you what your options are. So that'll show you which of our partners you can bet on this race with. There's tons of states getting new legalization every day, I feel like, especially with coronavirus, where the states need tax dollars. It's expediting things. So if you are in a state that you're like, I think we can legally bet online, well, go to betkarma.com, click on where to bet. If your state has something, then that means yes. But that does wrap up this live stream. Make sure you click the thumbs up on this live stream if you haven't already.
We'll do our best. Before you end everything, I'll be in Arizona starting Saturday. So I'm gonna bring my computer with me.
Did they just shut me up?
Yes, it did. Because I knew you were gonna wrap me up before I could.
Okay, bye. This. Stop streaming.
Yeah. I'll do my best to get on a live stream from Arizona. So obviously it'll be early for me. It'll be like 9:00 in the morning, but I'm up anyways. I'm actually going there to remodel a couple bathrooms. So, but anyways, so like I said, I'll still have content. I'll still have article, final thoughts, all that. I think we got a cup race in like Thursday next week too. So it's like Sunday and Thursday. But yeah, like I said, we'll try to have I'll try to get on the live stream. So, but I'll coordinate it with Travis.
Nope. No coordination. Nope. But yeah, like I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, go to dfskarma.com, check out Dave's Drivers to Watch. That's the free-to-read written format. You can check out his final thoughts as his cheat sheet. Get the core plays on our site as well. Go to dfskarma.com, click on subscriptions. Either get the MVP, which includes all the sports we're doing right now, which I don't know. You got MMA, we got KBO, esports, all of the esports, NASCAR, PGA. I mean, NBA and MLB starting here at the end of this month. NFL starting in 2 months. All these sports are coming back. I'm pretty happy. As long as nobody pulls a Rudy Gobert and just rubs their hands on everything like a dummy. Yeah. We're hoping nobody's that dumb, but we'll see. But yeah, I'll see everybody here next week if Dave and his crazy, amazing vacation time allows.
Yeah, it'll be awesome. It'll be a great vacation. and
Great
110,
vacation.
110-degree temperatures.
As always, if you win with this content, throw it up in the screenshots channel of Discord. If you're not in Discord yet, shame on you. It's easy. Just go to chatdfs.com. It'll automatically take you there. Chat, C-H-A-T, dfs.com. And then you can post it in the screenshots channel. But I'll see you guys here whenever our next one is. Good luck. And